back up in here. So I think it's ready. I think this is ready.
No, don't press the button. Don't press the button.
So if we... Oh yeah, I haven't set up the buttons yet. Okay, now you set up buttons.
I'm easily amused.
Yeah, that's cool. I am too. Alright, so... I need outer stuff. Alright, so... Outer airlock door button.
God, I just looking at the ship and knowing how big it is, that is a huge small ship.
Yes, it is. Now that... I should open and close these. Yep.
Part of me wants to paste in the Ship of Fools.
Paste in...
Just to compare these things to.
Paste into what?
Ship of Fools.
Ah. Alright, so I need a switch now. No, it's not a button. Okay, outer airlock door button.
Oh, wow.
Whoopsie.
That gives you a really big sense of scale. I'm going to go ahead and paste in the Ship of Fools.
Mm-hmm.
Parked above my ship.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Nice. I do feel like once I start hulling mine, its size is going to grow exponentially. I mean, again, it's going to be pontooned on either side, where the thrusters, fuel cells, jump drives,
Yeah.
all that good stuff is going to be, along with what little protective guns it's going to have.
Right. So basically what I have inside my main hull line is going to be on the outside line of yours.
Probably.
Okay.
All right. So I need...
But, God, that is impressive to me. I mean, the Ship of Fools isn't that much bigger than this monstrosity I have built. And the Ship of Fools was not a big ship.
No. That one needs to be sawed down. Not this one. That works. Not this one yet. Okay. That's it for today's episode. Good night, everybody. All right. Now.
Okay. Question. Can you come take a look at the 2 weapons I just placed? Tell me what you think.
Gotta find... There you are.
It's at the back, near the cargo bay. These would basically be covering the cargo bay if it was used in...
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. And these areas up here, I finally figured something out. If you come in, go through here.
Oh, hey, cool. Gunner chairs or just...
Yeah, well, that's what they're going to be.
Nice. I like it.
And I'm going to be putting sloped LCD panels.
Alright, so here's a quick thought on to why your ship being a little heavier armed wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Your design and the size of your cargo bay and the way it look like it would carry something far more precious than I would. It looks a little more upscale, a little more large company as opposed to civilian. So I could see it being a little bit
Okay.
heavier armed. Want to check out a working airlock?
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is, your ship is closer to what your average freighter pilot would have, and mine is what companies standard and maybe the wealthier freighter pilots would
Yeah,
have.
I could definitely go with that idea. All right, so you're inside. It's red. Can't go in. Turn your lights out too. Better effect.
Okay.
There we go up, and that is the door, so we can't use that. And we have to hit the timer. Yes, well, you know how that works. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Everything's green.
Trigger now. Alright, so now it's green. We can enter.
Yep.
Yay. Right. Enter right airlock door. Right airlock timer. Trigger now. Do I do that timer?
Yes.
Alright.
And then doors. It's separate just because you might need to come in and out or close in behind you or something.
Yep. You know what would be cool, and what I think, if I was going to chop this up and create a module out of it, I would add a timer in here, and maybe a sound block, and have it, or probably 2 timers, that when you press this, it activates to where the red lights start blinking for some period of time, and then have an alarm in it. Like,
Right.
until, like, give it a couple of seconds, and then that cuts off and the doors open.
That'd be cool.
That's just what I would do.
Alright, where is piping? Can come off of this in here. This is my oxygen piping, isn't it? I think so.
Okay, mine. Part of the reason why I was against doing the whale shark is, at one point, I created a drone that was called the whale shark because my small drone was the tiger shark, and my large grid drone was the whale shark.
Well, I'm sure you're well aware that that name I suggested was in jest to begin with.
Yes. This is an ancient little drone.
There we go. Now that's piped up. Close this door. It really is loud, though. Those doors are incredibly loud.
Yeah.
So what do I do here?
Oh, the inside of my ship is loud.
Oh, you know what?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I am not too entirely sure what to do with this empty space over here now. I am not setting another one of those up, and 2 airlocks directly away from each other really aren't required, especially since these are designed strictly for spacewalking.
Yeah. What I was thinking for one of them, and you don't really need it for your the mission setup for your ship, the target mission setup. Have a projector welder thing that builds drones that you can fire out, or probes that you can fire out.
Yeah.
But you really don't need it for as a hauler ship. Because my ship, I think the scope of our ships, especially now, is evident at some of our initial misunderstanding of where this was going.
Yeah, a little bit. But the gist of it's still there. I mean, yours is still primarily, well, I say primarily, but it's still a cargo ship.
Yep, the original intention for my ship was that it was going to be a cargo. Well, not a cargo, but just kind of a universal ship for space engineers, scouting, exploration.
Right.
Have everything I needed. Which, in general, cargo ship would have.
Yeah.
Would fit that requirement.
Yeah, mine sort of has the feel of, even though it will have jump drives, it would basically be something that wouldn't leave the solar system. Stay out for a few weeks, come back, refuel, go again. But it's still actually going to be a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Definitely ended up longer than I expected it to be. And then there's a problem with the I don't know. I mean, the boarding ramp isn't that small, but it definitely feels like people would be loading and unloading this, not a drone or machine of some sort. But isn't necessarily a something that wouldn't happen. Like if this were going to an outer colony or something, likely it would be people unloading it.
Yep. I mean, really? The Falcon is not, in all the tech diagrams I've seen of it, it is not set up to be loaded and offloaded except by people. Granted, they had like hover sleds and things.
Yeah. All right, this is strictly to get in over here. Let's return mirroring back on for a moment.
I've got one more module I've got to build, which is going to be a monumental pain in the butt to put together.
Let's continue this wall here.
Not looking forward to it.
Out here.
Frickin' landing gear. Good lord, the amount of wasted space I have in places on this. No, I'm serious. If you come up here, I mean, I've got an area up here that's completely wasted that you could probably fit 2 remoras in.
Wow. Rid of that. I wonder... I could make this an extra stairwell for the captain. What did you do? Okay, there we go.
I placed down a plane of about 2,000 little blocks.
And of course I get back in and I lag up.
Oh well, I'm having to chop through an area of my ship that I didn't realize I had already sealed away as tightly as I
Dude,
had.
I've been lagging all night. I've been lagging
Okay.
all night.
Alright. Alright. It's good enough. We are...
Whoops. I did not place the box there as intended.
I started cutting walls away in the wrong spot. Yay.
Go.
There we go. Nope. There. Yay. Alright, suppose that. I wonder if I could have done that better. Yes, I could have. I didn't have to do any of that chopping. Okay. I guess let's reset the save.
You know you don't. Blueprinting this shit right now.
You know I wouldn't actually do that.
But it's probably a good idea if I did blueprint it.
Yeah.
It would actually let me blueprint. There we go.
No blueprint for you. Okay. So, what did I move? Oh, I think I removed downward facing ones. Yay. So, let me get pulsars. Pulsar. There we go. Placing repulsors.
Mm-hmm.
They apparently cause some lag.
Dude, right now everything you do is causing lag. I hate to be blunt about it, but everything you're doing right now is causing lag. Alright, let's see. So...
I wonder if kicking Fuzzy would cause lag.
Probably. So I can't go up this way. Can I? Yeah, I can. I can go up this way.
I have all the power. Okay, so now that I'm here, I can run this pipe all the way back to here and around.
What is that? Oh, parachute hatch. Okay. You said these were reloadable, right?
That's my understanding.
Because there's no canvas in it. I'm wondering if it's something that you have to, like it's got its own inventory that you have to put them in there.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, I just discovered that like almost all of the guns that I'm going to have looked at using require the large conveyor tubes.
Oh. And I did not stop to think about that either. Are the other guns still in here? Do we have the ones we had in here before?
The Okies? Yeah, those all. The one that I placed down is an Okie, and that is a requires the large tubes.
Oh boy. Well, that may not be a huge problem. Yeah, that requires a small tube there. The heavy batteries.
Ah.
Because the weapons on mine are going to be mounted on the... Whoop, where'd it go? There we go. Mounted on the pontoons, which I have their own cargo. But if I use the small ones, I should be okay either way.
Yeah. See, I'm...
Let me check my engineering real quick, see if I can put some large tubes in here somewhere. Just in case.
Well, my machine shop is going to have large tubes in it. But other than that... Let's see, so... 6.
So just take small ones there.
You down by 1. 5. You there. Mm-hmm.
I might, if I really needed to, I might be able to work in large. But the azimuth containers I use don't have large hookups anywhere on it.
Nice.
So that would be an issue. I may just have to work around not using large pipes.
Yeah.
Personal, because the only thing you would generally have in here that would need the personal space engineers containers would be components to work on existing stuff.
Right. Which...
It's
thinking about it,
some of it do need large tubes, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Bother. I may have to eat out some of them. I might have to redo my damn engineering. Well, not engineering, but the machine shop.
Yeah, that's what I'm running into. But I have figured out a way of doing this.
So I might can just back up my cargo bay a couple of blocks and not have an issue at all. Because there's
Still
just a bulkhead sitting here.
Explains it.
So let's go ahead and prep for this because that's going to be an issue.
I'm kind of happy I said something about it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh god, this place is claustrophobic.
Oh yeah, that won't be an issue. Won't be much of an issue, let's say that. Maybe.
I've actually found it kind of interesting how both with this, what we've been working on with this series, how our building has changed, because I could see it in the large ship that we started with the live stream.
I think that's a comfortable line for that. Let's do 4 wide.
The frying pan.
Did you ever play Chrono Cross?
No.
There was a character in there. It's hard to call her a main character. It's hard to call any of them outside of the main protagonist a main character. It was a, I know I am touching on sensitive subjects and possibly going to trigger some people, but it's a sequel, quote unquote, to Chrono Trigger. Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
But the love interest of the protagonist in his home village, not the mysterious other land that he visits. This one focuses on realities over time. Her name is Lena, and she fights with a frying pan, as does another character. Matter of fact, I think there's a couple of characters that fight with frying pans, including a cook.
Well, at least the cook makes sense to
Yeah.
me.
And I can't remember what the cook's name was. He was in the mill. Oh crap! A long time since I played it. I think it was the same island the demi-humans came from, because everything they send ends with cha. What cha doing? Stuff like that. Silliness. Anyway, the frying pan brought that memory up.
So, I'm a little confused. Why would this bother people?
A lot of people... It received some hate because of how confusing it was, and the fact that despite it being technically a sequel to Chrono Trigger, it has... It's less a sequel and more of taking place in its mythos, I guess? Like...
Or kind of like a spiritual successor?
Sort of, but at the same time, you fight things that deal with Lavos. You fight some of the characters that were in Chrono Trigger. You deal with a few playable characters that are possibly characters from Chrono Trigger. Same world, same cities, similar cities.
Okay.
It's weird. I mean, the game itself was wonderful. I love the game. It's one of my favorites. But it seems like some people don't like the idea of it being called a proper sequel.
Oh, strange.
People are strange.
Yeah. Don't have to tell me that.
But it's very easily one of my all-time favorite games that I'd not even thought about when Walt asked us that question. Because it's been quite a while. That was PlayStation 1, about mid-life of the PlayStation 1, I think.
Okay.
It's got music on it that I have on my phone to this day that I listen to regular. And putting holes in my floor.
Why?
Lagged. You asked.
If lag is enough to put holes in your floor, you build a pretty bad floor.
Yeah, well, this is a civilian model, so that's the new excuse for poor shipbuilding. It's a civilian model.